Hi,
Hi,
Miss.
grade 5. Just waiting 1 minute for more to join. There are people in the waiting room, and then and then I'll take attendance.
Miss, can anyone hear me?
Yes,
I
Asir?
can't hear anyone.
I can
Oh,
hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take attendance. All right. Amr, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Abdurrahman Ahmed. Okay. Tanahi. Amgad.
Here.
Asir.
Here.
Thank you. Hamid.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Thank you. Mamdouh.
Here. Here, Miss.
All right. Muhannad. Okay. Mustafa. Okay. Omar. Uday.
Here.
Shlok.
I'm here, Miss.
Okay.
Mr.
Salim.
أنت راح عبير.
Okay. Salim, I wrote your name. I wrote your name when you joined. Salim.
Okay.
Salim, no. Are you here? Okay. Yasin Hisham. Yasin Hisham, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Yasin Sadat.
Here, here, here.
Yasin Douini.
Here.
Thank you. Yusuf.
Here.
Okay. Zain. Okay. Ziad. Aysel. Okay. Habiba.
Here.
Thank you. Hana Halawa. Okay. Hana Sultan. Kenzie.
Here.
Malak. Okay. Nurhan. Reem. And Sabine.
Here.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. So we stopped here on page 66. Let's do part B. Okay, number 11. Raise your hand if you'd like to answer. Okay, Yassine, go ahead. 11. Kenzie, 12. Tanahi, 13. 14. Who wants to answer 14? Okay, let's start with those three. Go ahead, Yassine, Kenzie, Tanahi.
After the concert, Nancy saw Uncle Henry and showed her the hats. Here.
Again, let's read the sentence. After
Okay.
the concert, Nancy saw Uncle Henry and showed. So here, the pronoun is
Showed her.
referring to who? So Nancy showed who the hats? She saw Uncle Henry and showed Uncle Henry the hats.
She
Understand?
showed him the hats.
She showed him. Yeah. Do you understand that it's referring to Henry?
Okay.
To Uncle Henry, right? So after the session, what could we say? After the session, Yassine met Hamid and showed him what we did during the session, for example. Okay? So here you are showing Hamid. All right? Okay. Thank you. Number 12, Kinsey.
Blank thought Nancy's newspaper rain hats were very clever.
All right, so
He.
complete it based on the sentence that comes before it. Very good. He. Thank you. Number 13, Nahi.
Okay. Nancy said that Blank gave her newspaper to other people without umbrellas. That they.
Who is they? So here, after the concert, let's try to understand what the sentence is trying to say, okay? After the concert, Nancy saw Uncle Henry and showed him the hats. He thought Nancy's newspaper rain hats were very clever. Nancy said that Blank gave newspaper to other people without umbrellas. So here she's talking about
The Uncle Henry.
who's giving the hats, or who came up with the idea of the newspaper? Nancy. So here she is saying that. So Nancy said that she gave newspaper. He gave newspaper to other people without umbrellas. Okay, number 14, Aisel.
Nancy and Maddie showed how to make the hats.
Them. Very good. So here we're referring to the other people, right? They're showing them. Very good. And number 15, Sabine.
Then all put on the hats and looked at their
At their pointed heads.
Then
they. Very good. Very good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about pronouns?
No, it's easy.
No, it's very easy.
Okay, so let's move on now to the reading writing workshop textbook.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen? Is it clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Miss, can you go back?
1 second.
Yes.
All right, then.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry? What did you say, Sabine?
Story?
On what?
On what book is the story?
This is in the reading writing workshop textbook. In the small reading book, okay? So, How Mighty Kate Stopped the Train. This is the name of our story. It is a tall tale. Remember when we discussed tall tales, we who can remind me of the features? What is a tall tail? And how can we tell that it is a tall tail from the photo?
I know.
Just from the photograph.
From the characters.
From the okay, so we can tell
Because
from the characters. We're going to have a hero, right? There's
from
always
the
a hero.
because from the because so clever and so strong. Not real.
Have like
Those
things
is
that
not
people
not doing real life.
could make
Okay,
happen in real life.
okay, that's right. Okay,
Miss,
so yes,
from the illustrations, from the pictures.
Miss Hanan,
exactly. Yes, Kenzie.
Like
Nurhan is saying she couldn't join because she didn't have internet, but she's joining now.
Okay.
Miss like how does
Miss,
like
page
don't
what?
read the train that makes it folktale.
It's not a folk tale, it's a tall tale.
Telltale.
We'll read it now and understand the you'll understand why it's a
Miss,
tall
page
tale based on the
what?
features. This is on page 238 in your reading writing workshop textbook. Okay. So how Mighty Kate stopped the train. This is going to, let's look at the essential question. This is going to give us more ideas about what kinds of stories people tell. We're going to look at the vocabulary that is highlighted in the story. Okay, can I get a volunteer to start reading?
Yeah.
Can it be me?
Raise your hand, guys. I will call on everyone. Okay, go ahead. In the order of the hands raised. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Okay, Yassine, start.
Okay. It chances how Mighty Kate stopped the train. It chances or you all have seen
Y'all.
rail
Y'all. It's pronounced y'all.
you'll have seen a railroad train passing through your neck of the woods. Some of you lucky creators
Critters.
may have even ridden one once or twice, but this here story takes place back in the days when railroads were still pretty new in the South American South.
Okay, thank you. All right, Kinsey, continue reading.
The star of this amazing tale is a young girl that floats around here called Mighty Kate. She got that name at birth on account of how unbelievably strong she was. After the doctor weighed her on a scale, the tiny bee picked up the dog to see how much he weighed. Deeds like that proved just how mighty Kate was, and her nickname stuck like paper to glue.
Okay, thank you. Tanahi.
Okay, growing up, Mighty Kate continued to impress her family and neighbors with her great strength. When she went walking through the woods, if a boulder was in the path, she never stepped around it. She just picked up the rock, tossed it aside, and sauntered
Sauntered.
along her way. Sauntered along her way. Once her puppy's horse and buggy got stuck in a ditch, Mighty Kate stepped in and pulled them both out with just one hand. Finish.
All right, thank you. Sabine.
Okay, but let's not get uh
Let's not get off track.
going uh
Are you there, dear?
Yeah, just my eyes are hurting me.
Do you want someone else to read, dear?
Okay, I will go to mom and put something on my eyes and come back.
Okay. Salim?
But let's not get off track from the amazing railroad story you really should hear now. One night when Mighty Kate was right near 15 years old, a powerful storm struck outside her home. The wind and rain raged so hard that home shook in fear, and trees ran for their lives. From her window, Mighty Kate saw a work train crossing Creek Bridge. Suddenly, there was a thunderous crash. The loud noise caused the weeping willows to weep so hard that their tears flooded the entire area.
Okay, thank you. So, just on this page, we have so many examples that show us that this can never happen, right? The first thing is, um, that after the doctor weighed Mighty Kate on the scale, the tiny baby picked up the doctor to see how much he weighed, right? So when she was born at birth, she then picked up the doctor to see how much he weighed. All right. Deeds like that prove just how mighty Kate was, and her nickname stuck like paper to glue. So this is how she got the name Mighty Kate, right? Because she's very strong. And here we said deeds. The vocabulary words means acts or actions. So these type of actions, when she picked up the doctor to see how much he weighed, this showed that she was Mighty Kate.
Miss, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Was this a good deed or a bad deed?
It's not a good or a bad deed. It's just an action, just that she picked him up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Another example, when she was walking through the woods, if a boulder was in her path, she never stepped around it. What is a boulder? Who knows? A
I know.
boulder is, yes.
A boulder is like, a ball on a chain that hangs around breaking buildings.
A boulder is a very big
Miss, I
rock. All right, it's a very, very big rock, very heavy, big rock. Okay, so if she was walking through the woods and she came across a big rock, she never just stepped around it. She would always pick it up and she would move it, and then keep walking. Okay, instead of just walking around it, she would pick it up and toss it aside. And here it says once her pappy's horse and buggy got stuck in a ditch. She pulled them out with just one hand. Okay. Um, and the last thing, so here it says, so here she says, okay, let's not get off track. I'm going to tell you the story. What is she going to, what is the person going to, sorry, the narrator going to tell us about when the storm struck? There was a train crossing the bridge, and then there was a thunderous crash. And it says here that the wind and rain raged so hard that homes shook in fear. So the homes were shaking out of fear, and the trees ran for their lives. Can you imagine? The trees just got up and ran because they are scared for their lives. They ran away from the storm. Okay.
That's scary.
The loud noise, so after there was a big crash, it says the loud noise caused the weeping willows to weep so hard. What does it mean to weep? To
We
cry. To cry, right? So there's a type of tree called weeping willow. So all of these trees, the weeping willows, cried so hard that their tears flooded the entire area. Can trees cry?
No.
no, that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. All
Miss,
right. So
this
the
is a small
narrator,
story, yes?
this is what?
This is the small story.
Yes, this is in the reading writing workshop. So the narrator
Okay.
here has an entertaining and in formal tone, right? The narrator is not formal at all in their speech. The readers here are referred to as y'all, right? You all. This is y'all, right? So here the author refers to us as y'all, the people reading, and you lucky critters, right? So we're called lucky critters. This should make the story we are reading fun. The narrator here also informs us that the story takes place back in the days when railroads were still pretty new in the American South. So here we know that this is the setting, the American South in the past, and that a railroad will play an important role in the story. Okay, Aysel? Aysel and then Habiba.
Mighty Kate came outside to see what had happened. The bridge wiped by the storm had fallen into the pit. So had the train. Kate grabbed a long vine on a nearby plank and slid down to the fresh side. She found two railroad workers trapped under a pile of twisted rails. With one push of her arm, she swept away all the men. Whoosh! The men were free. She yanked each man up with one hand and ascended the vine back up the land with the other hand. No explanation.
All right. What does exaggeration mean? Who remembers what the definition of exaggeration was?
I remember. Can I
Yes, Tanahi?
like when you say about anything, you say it's giant and big, but it's really small. Like
Okay. So
to
when we make
say
something seem more than it is,
that
right?
it is it
Over. Okay.
to
All
seem
right.
larger
Habiba
or
just sent me
something.
overreacting. So it's making something more than it is, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So what did she do? She found the railroad workers were trapped under a pile of twisted rails. With one push of her arm, she swept away all of that mess. So you have to be very strong to do this. And whoosh, all of the men were free. Then she yanked each man up with one hand, and she brought the vine back up to the land with the other hand. No exaggeration. Okay, thank you. Habiba?
Yes, I reckon you all may be guessing Mighty Kate was done with her heroic deeds for the night, but you would be wrong. She knew that 10:30 local train filled with passengers would soon be rolling through the area. She had to tell workers at the nearest railroad station to hold the train, since the bridge was out, but the station was an hour away by foot. There was no time to waste.
Okay. Thank you. So I reckon y'all may be guessing Mighty Kate was done with her heroic deeds for the night. What does heroic mean? We said heroic means very brave and courageous. This is what heroic means. So an action that an hero would do. Um, all right, but she knew the local 10:30 train filled with passengers would soon be rolling through the area, and she needed to tell the workers at the nearest railroad station to hold the train since the bridge was out. Okay, so what is she going to do since the station is far away? It says there's no time to waste. Let's continue reading. Okay, Yasin Hisham. Thank you, Habiba.
You're welcome.
Miss, can I read?
Yes. Okay, Yasin Hisham, are you there?
Yes, miss.
All right, can you read the first paragraph on the next page?
Okay. With the wind and rain attacking her, Mighty Kate set out for the train station. Soon she came to River Bridge, which had uh, somehow managed to stay up in the storm. Kate commenced to cross the bridge. Flood waters rushed just beneath her feet. Suddenly, she spotted a huge log floating in the river. It was headed straight for the bridge and for Kate.
All right, thank you. So Kate started to cross the bridge, and then floodwaters rushed under her feet, and she saw a huge log which was floating, and it was heading straight for the bridge and for her. So this is, of course, dangerous. What is she going to do? She is Mighty Kate. Let's see. Uday?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
All right, Uday, can you read the next paragraph? Mighty Kate leaned.
Yes. Mighty Cat leaned over the railing. She stood still, as if posed for a photograph. As the lodge was about to strike, Kate grappled it. She began to wearing the wood
To ring.
with her bare hands.
Okay.
Pretty soon, that fat, wet log was nothing but a shriveled twig.
All right, but a shriveled twig. All right, so she stood still as if she was posing for a photograph. We said when you pose for a photograph, this means that you stand still, waiting to usually get your picture taken, right? Okay, and as the log was about to strike, she grabbed it. She began to wring the wood with her bare hands. What did we say wring means? To squeeze, right? And we looked at the example of the towel that was being squeezed, right? When you have a wet rag, you usually wring it before you use it so that you can remove all of the extra water. All right, and pretty soon the fat, wet log was nothing but a shriveled twig. So it became very, very thin after she was able to wring it. Okay. Okay, who has not read? Melek, are you there?
Miss,
Norhan?
I did not read.
Okay, Sabine, 1 second, dear. Norhan, are you there?
Yes, miss.
All right, can you read the next paragraph?
Okay. I reckon y'all may be guessing. After crossing the bridge, Mighty Katie ran straight to the station. When she got there, the passenger train had already left. Kate raced after it along the tracks but couldn't catch up. Then she got an idea. She whistled loudly, so loudly that the engineer heard it and stopped the train.
All right, so loudly that the engineer heard it and stopped the train. Sabine?
Kitty ran up and told him how Creek Bridge was out. The engineer hugged and thanked the brave young girl who had saved the day.
All right, continue.
And
Because?
because of Mighty
Kate's mighty good ideas. Today we have
Whistles.
whistles on trains to give warnings along the track.
All right, thank you. So here, how did the author tell the story of Mighty Kate here? So here he gives the way that, or the reason that people now have, or that trains now have whistles on them, right? So it's credited to Kate. So she came up with the idea that she could whistle loudly and stop the train, and this is why now today we have whistles on trains to give warnings along the track in case there is something in the middle of the road or in case the train needs to stop for some reason. All right. Here the narrator is speaking as if he or she is telling the story directly to the listener. Here we see examples of dialect, and dialect is the way that people speak in certain areas. So in certain areas of the United States, in different places in the United States, different states, they have different accents, different dialect. So there are some regional terms here like gal. Did we see gal? I think Kenzie was the one who read it. Yeah. The star of this amazing tale is a young gal. So gal means a girl. Also we have folks. Folks means people. What else? I remember. Yeah, here on the second in the second paragraph on 240, I reckon. Does anybody know what I reckon means? It means I bet, or I get, or yeah, I bet. So I bet y'all may be guessing. I reckon y'all may be guessing. Y'all again is also dialect. It's another way of saying you all. So the author is speaking, or the narrator is speaking directly to the reader. So these examples of dialect create a casual tone, and they show that the narrator is addressing the readers as if they are old friends, or as if we are as if the narrator knows us. Like saying y'all, saying your neck of the woods. Do you know what your neck of the woods means? Here it says, chances are y'all have seen a railroad train passing through your neck of the woods. Neck of the woods means your area. Okay, you lucky critters. So all of these are examples of dialect. Can we point out the features of tall tale? How do we know this is a tall tale? Just give me some examples.
There is a superhero.
Is she a superhero? I don't think she's a superhero. She's a hero, not a superhero.
Just a hero.
Just a hero. She's what we call a heroine, right? Because she is a girl. Yes, all right. How is she a hero?
She was born with these powers.
Okay, I guess you could say she's a superhero. You're right. Because usually in tall tales we have they are usually heroes because everything is exaggerated. So yes, there is exaggeration in everything. She's stronger than most girls her age. She was born a stronger baby, right?
She's smarter than everybody.
She saved the people in the story.
She saved people. That's right. She saved people. So how was she a hero? She saved the she came up with the idea to whistle and to stop the train. Also here when she grabbed the vine, right, and slid down to the crash site, she was picking up each man with one hand, and she was pulling herself back up with the other hand, and it says no exaggeration, so this is exactly what happened. Okay, and then this wasn't enough of the heroic deeds for her. She was a hero again when she came up with the idea to whistle, right? And before that, she picked up the log, and she was wringing the wood with her bare hands. Can you imagine how much this would hurt if we took a big log that is floating in the flood water and pick it up and wring it with our hands? Of course, this would hurt very bad, right? So this shows that she is larger than life. She is not, this is something that could never happen. Okay, and just like you said, Yasin, she saved the day with her good idea to whistle. Okay, does anybody have any questions?
No, thank you.
Nobody? Okay. So today
Miss?
for homework, yes?
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask what is the homework?
Okay, so today for homework, you have a reteach sheet I'm going to upload for you. You will also have another worksheet, so 2 sheets for homework today. Again, guys, to remind you, your spelling sheet is due on Thursday, and you also have a spelling activity on Thursday at 2 p.m. And after your holiday, yesterday it was posted that we have a holiday. We'll be back on the 21st. So on the 21st, you will have your reading quiz for the Tall Tale Davy Crockett Saves the World.
Miss,
Yes.
can you download the spelling sheets a bit early, like
The
Tuesday?
spelling sheet was already uploaded yesterday.
Miss? No, the 2 sheets of today. Can you make it like 3 p.m., 4 p.m.?
It will be uploaded before that. I always upload the grammar on the right after school.
Miss? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Miss,
Yes, Sabine?
I have a problem by sending the homework by the smart school.
You need to upload it to the assignments section.
I know how, but the thing is it's not working.
Okay,
with
then you
me.
need to contact
Miss,
Miss
I had
Osama,
a problem, but
because
it's not
I'm not.
working.
It's working now. Maybe the system will be down for a while, but it should work again. So if it's not working,
Miss Hanan,
refresh and try again.
Miss
Yes.
Hanan, I am sorry because I have bad internet. I come again.
It's okay. All right, guys, do not send me homework by email anymore. If you send me by email, it's as if I didn't receive it. I can't accept it by email anymore. The school, the whole school, we are sending via assignments. So you must upload to assignments. Okay?
Miss,
Yes.
you said that you will not in the spelling that is due on Thursday. You said that you will not put the meaning of the words.
Yes, I didn't. I told you guys that I would not post the sheet that has the definitions, but you guys are not babies. You are old enough and you are capable enough. You are all smart enough to look up these definitions with a dictionary. You are not even going to use an actual dictionary. I know you will use an online dictionary. It will not take time, and it is good for your vocabulary for you to learn these words. Okay?
Yes, I'm
I'm sure you
asking.
can do
It's
it. If you
okay
have
to
a
use.
question, yes, of course, use the dictionary. Of course.
It's okay.
Yes, of course. Guys, the meeting will shut off now. It says
No,
less than
Miss.
1 minute. If you have questions, message me after the session. Okay?
Okay, Miss.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Miss.